And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, anyone else who may be watching to MFHL Game Day Playoff Edition for our first time covering this series. First time out in Niverville for the semifinals, as it's the home team, the Eastman Selects, taking on the Westman Wildcats as we bring it on to our scoreboard here. As you guys can see, semifinals game 2. Wildcats lead these 1-0 after a 2-1 win on Thursday night in a series that took a bit longer to get going, as game 1 got postponed on the Wednesday due to bad weather conditions. Eastman, their team, was able to get out to Hartney 2 days ago on Thursday night to battle it out against the Westman Wildcats, where it was Westman who won the game 2-1. All goals in that game, funny enough, got scored at special teams, whether that was the power play or a shorthanded goal for Westman as well in that one. But yeah, both these teams will be back in action again tomorrow in Hartney, Manitoba for Game 3, and yeah, I mean, you could say it's a must-win for Eastman today. Honestly, any game from now on. Being down behind the 8 ball, to use that old cliche to start things off, I mean, from what I saw, because Westman, the Wildcats, they were able to live stream that game out in Hartney. Yeah, it was very tight, very highly contested at 5-on-5 play. Special teams was needed for things to open up, and shots ended up being, I believe, 28-25 in favor of Westman only in that contest. So yeah, if you take a look at the season series between these two teams, it was Westman who won it by a score of 4-0. They extended their season series winning streak in the playoffs to 5 against the Eastman Selects. And hey, look, you know, I think that the first period, getting off to a fast start, a better start than they have in the past, is going to be huge for Eastman, because that November 11th game and I believe that December 23rd game that we covered here, Westman ended up putting up quite a bit in the first period, especially on December 23rd, where they scored 4 on Eastman to give themselves a huge advantage for the rest of that game. But yeah, I mean, taking a look at these two teams, they were arguably two of the best teams down the line in the MFHL, tied for second in the standings at 19-7-2. Westman, of course, getting the second seed because of, you know, the tiebreak they had on the head-to-head. But yeah, Westman has won about 12 of their last 14 games now at this point, where Eastman has won about 11 or so of their last 14. They had a 9-game win streak to end off their regular season, getting to the position that they're into now. And both of these teams honestly didn't play their best in round 1. Both of them had to battle through. Of course, Westman winning in a sweep. Took a bit longer for Eastman, as they ended up battling with Interlake for the first 3 games. All games were separated by only 1 goal each. Losing in double OT, of course, to Interlake for that series to extend to 2 Thursdays ago now, where Eastman finally found their game and picked things up. Talking to Todd Mason, he felt that his group was playing with a lot of nerves in that first round, and said to us in an article that we wrote, by the way, if you want to check out our blog right now, did a preview article for both this series and the Winnipeg Ice Yellowhead Chiefs series, which, by the way, that one is just about to get underway for Game 2 in Shoal Lake this afternoon. But in talking with Todd Mason, he felt like, you know, the nerves were present in that first round, and that cannot happen, he feels, against a very skilled Westman Wildcats team. And in talking with Tony Franklin, you know, his leading goal scorer from the season, his top 2 actually, didn't even get on the board in round number 1 in Ivy Perkin, a rookie, and Paige Crossley. But very adamant Tony Franklin was about how the team's success has come down to scoring by committee all season long, and we saw that on display in that first round. Carlin Goods leading the way, also getting some offense from the back end, and Callie Windhorst. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this game opens up. Not going to be surprised if both these teams play each other extremely tight at 5-on-5. This is going to be a super loud game as well. I expect a very strong effort from the Eastman Selects today. You know, even though you treat it as one game at a time, they know if they lose this game here tonight, they're in trouble. They have to go to Hartney, of course, tomorrow, which is a very tough place to play. And, of course, if you're able to get the first win, you do something you haven't done against this Westman Wildcats team all season long in MFHL play, which is finally getting the win column against them. For Westman, they'll look to continue their strong play, looking to not give an inch here today against the Eastman Selects. If they can focus on their game, get on the transition, defend well like they have been all season long, and find a way to capitalize on their opportunities like they have at a high level all year long. 88 goals for in the regular season, which was tied for second. This Westman Wildcats team should be in good shape themselves. They got so many weapons that can beat you. Eastman's going to have to be careful. And probably going to be Addison Tomes and Danica Averill getting the starts in this matchup. Averill has been pretty solid so far in the playoffs. And for Addison Tomes, she, of course, only lost her first game of the playoffs in Game 1 on Thursday night in Hartney. Both teams are about to get out on the ice here. We're going to conclude our pregame show by thanking our sponsors who are going to be sponsoring this matchup here tonight, or this afternoon, as I should say. To make hand fasteners and tools your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs, be sure to visit their store locations in Brandon and Winnipeg today, as well as checking out their website. Terrico, serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Be sure to check out their website, gshow.ca, for more information about what they do, and to goaltenders, your goalie's personal video review service. Check out GordyTumbleson.goalies.ca to find out how you can get in contact with a goaltending coach expert in the ex-Winnipeg Jets 1.0 WHA goaltender in Gordy Tumbleson. So you could work with him over Zoom in that type of fashion. So thank you to goaltenders as well as McCann Fasteners and Tools and Terrico for sponsoring another edition of MFHL Game Day. We got the 2 camera angles on for this matchup as well. We're excited. Hope you're excited too, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to conclude our pregame show. The national anthem will be next as both these teams make their way on the ice in a packed barn, a loud barn here on this Saturday afternoon. Game 2 between the Wildcats and Selects coming up next. Thanks for watching the pregame show, everybody. Enjoy this match. And with that, we're ready to get going here from the Niverville Recreation Centre in Niverville, Manitoba. Westman looking to extend their series lead to 2-0, while Eastman looks to get on the board for the first time in the win column in this playoff series as we are underway. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, if you are save made early by Danica Averill, covering things up here to get a stoppage with only 11 seconds gone on the clock. Danica Averill, she's been up to the task all season long, finished with the most wins in the league this season at 13 out of any goaltender, only as a rookie as well, so future bright for this young stud, as well as the young stud in net for the Eastman Selects and Addison Tomes, who just lost her first playoff game on Thursday, and of course, as mentioned, we'll get another stop and play as Averill covers up early on here in what is a jam-packed house here tonight in Niverville. Very loud. We're proud to be bringing it to you all here. As Westman able to carry it out. That shot will be blocked away and sent out of the Eastman zone early, where we'll get a hand pass to start things off here. So the face-off will be just to the outside of the Eastman Select zone. And draw will be won by Westman as they send this in deep. Giving chase on it is a Westman player. Out in front, slot, save made, and whistle blows beforehand before it can go in. Westman with a glorious chance early on. Eastman able to survive it. Number 12 in Haley Blaine out there still, along with Madison Weber, as Weber loses the draw, gets tied up in the face-off circle. Devin Brown will be tied up with the player. Westman trying to send this down lower. It will be Charlie Shearer along wall first for checker, and had a girl tied up. Eastman able to pick it up. It's Devin Brown now with the puck going through the middle in the neutral zone, but has this taken away by Weber. She plays it off the boards, but turned over into the neutral zone. No offside called on the play there. Westman just doing enough to stay onside. Eastman now gets it up into the neutral zone, ends up onto Hallie Franklin's stick down below in the Westman zone now. As it's Dixon trying to work this down low, cannot, picked off by Westman as they look to start attack the other way, but cannot. It's picked up by Cheyenne Scott Cook now, who tries getting past number 5 and Cadence Mann, but could not. This gets sent up the boards for Carlin Goods, who had a huge first round. Ended up being tied for the team leading goals with Callie Hillhurst with 3, along with another Westman Wildcat. It goes all the way down for an icing here for Eastman, for Westman that is, into Eastman's end. And with that, we'll get a face-off back inside of the Westman zone. It'll be Ava Boylian, the only goal scorer in game number 1 of the semis for Eastman. Won the draw, but it will be pickpocketed, picked off by number 14 in Goods, who just decides to send it in before going off for a change. Picked up by Eastman below their own goal line, looking to work it up now. It's Ava Boyle who sends a one-hand pass all the way down past the red line, though, so no icing as Westman starts the breakout from below their own goal line and getting it out to neutral ice now. Turned over by Eastman in their own end, where it'll be number 10, Kelsey Hybers, looking to work some magic. Her short pass can't connect with the teammate. It's back down below in the Eastman zone. We'll get a stop and play here coming up. A penalty on the play. 2 minutes for interference coming up. And who exactly will it be? It'll be Danielle Hepner going to the box for Eastman. So that sends the Selects on the penalty kill for the first time tonight. Of course, special teams were the only way the goals were scored this past Thursday. The Hybers out, along with number 2 and Addison Vines at the point on the power play. Hybers, of course, being a forward. And, yeah, something glitched out with the clock here to start off before we could even get this power play started. As we sort things out here, I want to mention that our first period brought to you by Make-Handed Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Be sure to check out their website at makehandedfasteners.shop. Check out Make-Handed Fasteners and Tools locations in Brandon and Winnipeg today. We're on to the power play now. Draw 1 by Eastman as they rim it around opposite side into the direction of Lexi Remillard, who can't quite backhand that out. Looking for a clear is Eastman, but Westman pressures them and keeps it along the wall down low. On the forecheck, it's Cox Lauder. Gets it out finally, a huge clear for Eastman as Danica Averill exits out of her crease to stop this up for Hallie Franklin, who plays it across to Vines. Vines ends up finding number 10 in Kelsey Hybers. Hybers with good puck protection on the outside takes this around the net now. Back up top as it's to Hallie Franklin. Top defenseman this year in the MFHL. She gets it back. Top of the zone now by that Nighthawks logo. It's to the slot. Westman trying to work there. Cannot. As Eastman able to get it out. Getting to clear with a minute remaining now on the Westman power play. Westman looked to work that puck to the slot area, but could not. It's onto the stick now of Goods, who leaves a draw pass, contested well by Eastman, but Westman able to pick it up. Not for long, though, as Eastman sends it all the way down. And it'll be Westman back on the puck, looking to break out in their own end. It's up to Goods, who decides to circle back, sending it up top to her defenseman. That shot through and save made by Tomes to cover things up here with 19 seconds remaining on number 19's penalty and Danielle Hepner. Carlin Goods in that top line power play back out for Westman. Actually, I think they might be rolling with their line here, as Shan Scott Cook on the draw loses it for Eastman. It's onto the stick of Carlin Goods, who sends it down to Paige Crossley. Back to Goods, working in now, backhand, gets her own rebound, but turned aside there by Tomes. 7 seconds remaining on the power play. Westman controlling below the goal line. It's onto the stick of Goods now. Penalty expired. Back to even strength. Work back up top to Stutzky. Her shot through. It'll be blockered away and into the corner. Picking up the rebound is Paige Crossley. Going to work there against Callie Remillard. Or Lexi Remillard, that is. Shan Scott Cook also in the corner, but Carlin Goods able to pick this puck up. Taking it to the opposite corner now. Working. Eastman able to close her off, though, and get it out. As they transition up, Scott Cook feeds the slot. Waddle, her shot ends up being turned aside by the stick there of Averill. Ginger Fast picks it up down below. Wraparound tryout in front, couldn't connect there. Lesage picks up that loose puck, though, trying to get it back down low. Cannot. Scott Cook at the point couldn't get a shot through, and it's Westman coming down the other way again. To the middle. That pass unable to connect with number 7, reshoot. Eastman able to get out of the zone, but turning the puck over into Westman's possession in Westman's defensive end now as they look to carry the puck out. Can't quite, as Devin Brown just past her side of the red line sends it in as she goes off for a change. Westman picks it up in their own end now, looking to break out. The other way they do. It's Weber from up high. Her shot gets blocked on the way through. Ends up on net on Addison Tomes, a Westman player And number 21, or number 11, sorry, in Shayla Skinoka went into Tomes after that. Draw one by Eastman in their own end as Chloe Carrier played a D-to-D. It went up to Nolgren, who missed her pass intended for Dixon in the neutral zone. Westman able to send this in deep. Still a scoreless game here with 13:30 remaining. Eastman, stretch pass up all the way down, though. This one will be for an icing. So that one misses absolutely everybody as Danielle Hepner back onto the ice now alongside with her line mates for this matchup and Sophia Heidinger and Ava Boyley. Of course, the line combination, something Todd Mason is not afraid to shake up. So we've seen multiple line combinations from this Eastman team all season long, and that's carried into playoffs. But it'll be Westman with it in the Eastman zone. Pickpocketed there was number 11 in Skinoza. Other way, Eastman trying to go, but it'll be turned over into the neutral zone as Westman brings it in now. Kicking it down low. In on the attack now, forechecking is a Westman player on Lexi Remillard. A player in Carlin Goods takes a spill as Ginger Fast able to pick up that loose puck and take it the other way. Dangling to the middle now. Fast getting to the forehand, but her shot contested, blocked there by number 6 in Devin Monker. Just chipped out of their own end. The Wildcats able to get it out, but it will be Eastman who controls in their own end. Isabella Carrier tried sending a stretch pass up to Ginger Fast, but couldn't connect with her. Meaning we'll get an icing here on the play once again for the Eastman Selects. With 12:29 remaining, of course, in our first period, brought to you by Mick Fasteners and Tools. Their one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Check out their website, mickhandfasteners.shop, for more information. Check out Mick Fasteners and Tools locations in Brandon and Winnipeg today. Of course, that an hour outside of Hartney, that Brandon location, or about there. We'll be there tomorrow. G-Show Productions will be for game number 3 of this series. Should be, well, I'm not sure what it's going to be in terms of how close the game is. Still got to find out how close this game is going to be, or if one of these teams can open up the scoreboard. This gets played into the neutral zone, back into the slug zone as they send a pass up to Dixon at the Wildcats blue line. Dixon trying to dangle in, but has that stripped away by a Westman Wildcats player. In the opposite corner now, Westman looking to work this puck up. It's turned over into Nolgren's possession. She can't get a clean shot through. So Westman starts on the transition once again. 2-on-1 developing, shoot. Has a player with her. Sorry, that's Weber who takes the shot actually. But didn't get enough on it. Not what she wanted at all, as that easily falls into the glove of Tomes. And we will get another face-off. Callie Hillhurst out there now. One of the top defensemen this year, helped lead this Wildcats D-Corps along with Hallie Franklin, who of course got the Top Defenseman Award nominee in selection. Outstanding season for that blue line. It's Eastman now, a 3-on-2 developing. Fast has Hepner with her. Fast, her shot on net. No rebound there, given up really by Averill, as it's Westman now looking to break out the other way. But Eastman with it in the neutral zone, sends it on net as Danica Averill guides that one into the corner off of the save. The Selects look to get on the forecheck now. Looking pressure. Sutsky down below, but she sends a pass across down below that goal line to a teammate as Westman now works it into Eastman's zone. A puck looked like maybe it would have went into the Selects bench, but it's picked up by Isabella Carey, who tries to dangle through number 5 of of Westman in Cadence Mann, but unable to complete her move, as now this puck ends up back into the Eastman Select zone. Lexi Remillard sends a pass up to Ginger Fast. Puck played up that left side. Icing on the play. And with that, we'll get a face-off back inside the Eastman Select zone, or the Westman Wildcat zone, that is. A offensive zone draw for Eastman. With 10:19 remaining in this first period of action, we are still scoreless. Draw won by Westman in their own end. Trying to shovel the puck out now. They play this to the middle for number 11 in Skinoka, who ended up losing the puck. Now Monker down below looking to evade the forecheck from this Eastman Selects squad. 3 Westman players in the area. It's picked up now by, I believe, number 2 in Addison Vines. Ooh, for now, Eastman trying to get it to the slot area. That was Callie Remler trying to find Sophia Heidinger, but couldn't get through the traffic that was in the way from that pass being able to be completed. Ava Boyle in on the draw for Eastman now. She ends up winning it as Heidinger tried to nutmeg through Weber. She lifts Weber's stick now, is down below, out in front. Couldn't find a teammate there, though, for a one-time chance that Eastman was looking for. Hallie Franklin now sends this back down below in her own end for a defenseman. It'll be picked up by Reese Shute, who gets the breakout going with that pass to an outlet girl. That pass into the middle, though, couldn't connect. But puck's still loose and picked up now by Westman in the neutral zone. Carrying it in now, number 15, Ivy Perkins, shot on net. Of course, 17 goals for her during the regular season. Isabella Carey almost sent the other way, but lost possession of the puck in the neutral zone as this one gets sent all the way down into the select zone, back down below their goal line, as it will be Ivy Perkin on the forecheck. Taken down, Beavis in the process, no call on the play. Sent back down low, Shearer to Perkin, who tries getting that out in front with the pass, but couldn't connect. Sent back into the corner as Beavis rims this around to the opposite side, onto the stick of Isabella Carrier, but loses it fast, connects with Beavis, but Beavis unable to get that out. Westman still keeping Eastman in their own end, and finally Eastman does find a pass to Dixon in front, dangles through, oh, what a save made there, rebound chance. Not able to get there in time was Ginger Fast for it, and what a save there early on from Averill to keep the score at 1 apiece. It'll be a shot, can't get through there from Nolgren, back onto the stick of Dixon, who couldn't keep that down low for the time being. It's now along the half wall, furthest from our broadcast angle, a Wildcat tied up along the boards. As Eastman able to get it down low, shielding the puck, Callie Remillard. Looking to work this to the point, she does to Lexi Remillard. Dangles in and tries backhanding it through, but can't get a shot there. Lexi just decides to send that down low, where it'll be kept in now at the point by Heidinger. Her shot from the point turned aside into the corner there by Averill. Early Nolgren, first forechecker on, trying to pin a Westman Wildcats player to the boards, which she did for the time being. Turnover again. Heidinger, her shot off of the shoulder of Averill from the side of the net. As we remain scoreless here, tied 0-0. If not for Danica Averill, though, we could see Westman down 1-0 as Eastman's Abby Dixon, they beautiful dangle through, just couldn't beat the 5-hole of Averill. So it's Eastman on the forecheck again, trying to keep this puck in the corner, and they do just that. 2 Wildcats along with 2 Selects battling in the corner to get this puck out. It's Ava Boyle in there for support, trying to shovel it out. Not quite sure who's there for Westman, but it's Eastman who gets the puck out. Couldn't connect the pass into the slot. Will be turned over into the possession of Westman. Carlin Goods carrying it up. She gets stopped up a bit, lost possession of the puck for a moment, and it's a turnover forced by Eastman. Backhand pass to Shan Scott Cook from Ginger Fast. Fast gets it back, tried to work it down low, but couldn't. It'll be the Wildcats looking transition up again. Waddell rubs out her girl along the boards. And Eastman able to get it back down into Westman's zone. As just past the blue line, Ginger Fast sends it in on net. Long shot as we will get a stop-and play here, 6:12 remaining. As the air horns are going, if you can hear them in the background, draw will be to the glove hand side of Averill. Draw one by Eastman to the point to Beavis, who tried getting the pass across but couldn't, picked off by Westman. Kelsey Hybers now coming down, trying to dangle in, but nice defense by Beavis along that right side. Hybers still has it though, gets it up to the point. That shot, Hillhurst has it turned aside. It's into the corner. Shanscott Cook taking down Hybers physically. No call in the Eastman zone. So with 5:44 remaining, the Selects get a change and some fresh legs on ice. They're able to hold the line, but they turn the puck over quickly there. Ginger Fast on the forecheck. Side of the net, turned aside there. This time again by Danica Averill. As puck ends up into the bench here of the Westman Wildcats. So we get stopped in play with 5:25 remaining on the scoreboard in this first period. Still scoreless, tied at 0-0. Addison Vines picking up a puck from Averill. Threads a nice pass up middle seam to a Wildcats forward. This is drawn back now, but sent down below where it'll be Weber there for Westman. Had the puck in her skates, trying to find it again. She ends up doing that to the slot. Shot on net and turned aside by Tomes. No rebound given up. As we get a stoppage and play here. Once again, face-off coming in Eastman zone shortly as both teams get a fresh change. I believe Kelsey Hybers on to take the draw against Ava Boyley as this one tied up in the face-off circle. Eastman able to get it out, and it's Danielle Hepner trying to find some speed up that right side. Her shot turned aside by the glove hand of Danica Averill. Pinching up Devin Brown at the point to allow for this puck to stay in. Heidinger now looking to shoot, but gets taken down in the process. No call on the play, though. The Eastman faithful calling for it in the crowd. Into the slot. Hepner unable to have that pass received to her off of the pass from Heidinger. It's rimmed all the way around into the Eastman zone. Devin Brown will be first one on it. Carlin Goods on the forecheck. Eastman able to send this all the way down as it'll be there for an icing. So we're into the final 4 minutes almost of this opening frame. So this draw tied up in one. Clean possession of it was Eastman as Danielle Hepner looked like she was just before the red line, but refs deeming she was just past it, sending it in on a dumping. So this puck in the neutral zone. Waddell picks it up. Left side tries, or right side try going to the left side with a cross ice pass, but couldn't get it there. Now Westman feeds this up into the neutral zone with a cross ice pass. It's Ivy Perkin with it. The rookie Delane trying to send it down low. She still controls along the wall before she sends it up to Shearer. High shot, couldn't get through the traffic. It's picked up onto the stick of Abby Dixon, who sends it up for Callie Remillard, who ends up being contested, rubbed out by a Westman Wildcats player there at neutral ice. Nolgren now looking to dangle in. She does. Looking to get a shot on that rebound. There, scores! Well, we talked about it in pregame. Getting off to the first lead would be oh so important for Eastman in this one. We'll see how they carry it over into the remainder of the game now, but I mean, hey, you're able to make a nice move there. Nolgren is able to stay strong on the puck, making a dangle to try to eliminate a Westman Wildcats player. She's still contested all the way through on the shot, gets one on net, where this time it's a bit of a bouncing puck on net that Danica Averill can't handle, and I believe it was, who else? Number 8, Ginger Fast. Or no, sorry, it was Abby Dixon who gets on the board first for Eastman in this one as they lead it. It's that first period goal brought to you by McCann Fasteners and Tools. Eastman back on the puck possession, trying to send this puck down low, and they do. It's Addison Vines there off the backboards, but couldn't quite get it to a teammate. Ginger Fast tried sending this to Ava Boyley down below the goal line, but that got intercepted. Cox Lauder now across to Ginger Fast, looking for that backdoor pass, but couldn't connect. It's Westman now coming up with speed, but contested well by Boyley on the back check. As now Isabella Carrier. Her pass couldn't find Ginger Fast in the neutral zone as Carrier and Fast continue to stay out there for Eastman. In on the forecheck, it's Fast who's able to get it down below. Battling with a Westman player. Fast in possession of it, that out in front, but no clean shot on net as Westman now coming down the other way. Taken to the middle. Kelsey Hybers tried making a move, but had her stick taken away. It's Ivy Perkin now who picks it up. Tried the wraparound chance there, it looked like, but had it contested well. Eastman breaking out the other way, getting the puck into the Westman zone. Up that right side for Hybers, but was too far for her. She tried to chip it out. Puck still in the opposite corner here from our broadcast angle. Sent to the corner closest to us. Apologies if you can't see some of the corners that well, everybody. With as many people that are in the stands as we have here tonight, might be tough to catch all of it with them standing up. We're down to the final minute of this period now. Weber, her shot gets through, but not cleanly as Tomes makes the save. Westman now looking to keep this in. Late period push to try to get it evened up going into the first intermission. This puck cleared out by Eastman, though, all the way down, and it'll be far enough and strong enough for an icing. Into the neutral zone. And now it's Hepner. Late period chance, perhaps her high shot glove down there by Danica Averill. We'll get a face-off draw. 18.8 remaining in the Westman zone. Through to Ginger Fast. Try getting that in front with a pass, but could not. Westman, one more potential chance as they chip this all the way down. Can't win the race to the puck, though. However, Lauder first one on it as she played that up the boards. Sent that opposite side. Here's a chance late, but nice defensive play by Lexi Remillard. Starlin Goods and Ginger Fast now getting into it in front of the net afterwards. Fast taking some exception to maybe Carlin Goods having a few more whacks at Tomes after the buzzer it sounded, but yeah, what a huge play there from Lexi Remillard in front to defend, taking away that stick of that Westman Wildcats player. As yeah, Eastman goes into the next period with something they haven't had all season long up until now, a lead against Westman. Outshot by Westman 12-10 in that period, but I mean, we saw a lot of good back and forth action in that first period of play. Some good zone time from both teams at times. But honestly, this game looks like very well, again, it might open up a bit more with Special teams, it's 5-on-5. These teams have been playing each other tightly so far. So we're going to have some first period analysis for you all coming up in about 7 minutes here. We're going to send it to our intermission screen. This first period was brought to you by Make Canada Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Be sure to check out their store locations in Brandon and Winnipeg today, as well as their website at makecanadafasteners.shop. Eastman up 1-0 after this first period of action. Live here from Niverville Rec Centre in Niverville, Manitoba. Myself, Graham the G-Show Forsyth, along with our G-Show Productions crew, will have the second period call for you in just a bit here coming up. Stay tuned, everybody.